Hi, I'm Virdi here for Fan Carpet with Toby Osmond, fresh off Game of Thrones. Hi Toby, welcome to Fan Carpet.
Thank you very much, Charles. I like your snake ring here.
Thank
That's
you.
very Dornish, actually. I've got one snake ring on at the moment.
Thank you. Before we talk about Game of Thrones, tell us about what you've done previous to Game of Thrones in the world of acting.
Okay, I have done a number of Tom Payton films. I've worked on Tom's last 3 films. In reverse, G-Lock was the latest, which has got Lord of the Rings, John Rhys Davies, Casper Van Dien, who I was really excited to work with because he was Johnny Rico in Starship Troopers, who I'm a big fan of. Like, I was fanboying him. And another rather great actor, Stephen Moyer from True Blood, HBO's True Blood. I was also... and Mike Beckham, fantastic Mike. I was also on Stairs as Jack Ford, who's like a badass mercenary, which is breaking the cast for me because I'm usually either a villain or like a camp bohemian, maybe romantic idiot type. So playing a mercenary killer was quite quite exciting for me, which is actually why I've got short hair now. Obviously on Thrones it was a lot longer.
So talking about Thrones, what was the journey to get into Game of Thrones?
It was crazy. I had an audition with my agent. Basically, just got in touch and he said, "Do you want to go up for this role?" They were very tight-lipped about what the role was. They said basically there was a casting for 1 charismatic man and 4 powerful men, and he said, "Dear boy, I'm afraid you're not going up for the powerful men."
So you were powerful.
I totally understand. I was just pleased. He said, he thought I was charismatic.
Fair point.
Yeah, and that turned into the 4 lords of the various areas there, and the Prince of Dawn. So it was crazy. So I did the audition. I had to improv in a Dornish accent, which I did not know I'd have to do in advance. And then it was like less than 3 weeks later, I was in Seville filming with basically all of the surviving A-listers of the show.
And how did it feel coming into the cast of Game of Thrones, an established programme, one of the most successful programmes in the world, and you turning up sweet and innocent?
Yeah. One of the other actors, I was getting on very well with... I made friends with Lino Fagioli, who plays Robin Arryn, really lovely guy. I went to see him in a play recently, actually. Also, Michael Bembarak and Niall Bishop, they were playing 2 of the Lords. So we were all there on like this same sort of week, I think it was 8 days slot together, and hadn't been on it before. And this was the last week of principal photography as well. Right. So after that it was just pickups in Belfast, but this was a big like final week for all the people involved. So I think, I can't remember if it was Niall Bishop or Michael Bembarak who said, "Do you feel like a bit of a second cousin at a wedding who no one knows and suspects you're just there for the buffet?" And I was like, "Yes, I do. Yes, I do."
But what a nice buffet.
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, I felt like on the last day of filming, after they called a wrap, and it was Dan and David as well, the showrunners, the creators, who were directing that episode, because they direct 1 episode a series. So they were directing it, and they were coming over and like giving us direction and stuff. And on the last day, it was Dan who went around the horseshoe and of the chairs where all the cast were. They called wrap. They said, "Everyone stay where you are for a moment, if you could. We're just going to have a few words." And basically they gave this beautiful speech about like how they've been on this journey with everyone, how it's like a family, and then they went round to each of the main cast who weren't going on to Belfast afterwards, so most of them, and just gave them a really lovely speech about like how they'd sort of like, maybe if they're young, how they'd grown as like people and they were proud to be a part of that, or like whatever, like just beautiful moments from the show. And they weren't stopping at the people who had only been cast in the last week or people who were going to go on to Belfast, understandably. And then Dan actually stops at my chair, and I'm like, I just thought I'd done something wrong, and like he was going to tell me off or something. And he just said, "Toby, You really epitomise the Dornish character. I don't know if that was about my acting or because we'd like had the Spanish rap party that Saturday, and I'd sort of gone up and like danced at him or something, like done another tequila or something. But I'm taking it as a compliment. But I felt like it was the end of Star Wars. I was saying it felt like a little moment of history that was just beautiful to be.
So, what was the highlight moment? Getting the role, being on set, or finishing?
I think for me, probably that moment actually, when Dan spoke to me right at the end, because in the world of acting, especially film and television, you don't know, there's nothing certain. Actually, maybe watching it, either watching it or that moment when Dan, because at the beginning, when I was cast, I got really excited, and then I convinced myself that they'd maybe contacted the wrong agent or something, or they'd meant to say Tony Osborne rather than Toby Osmond, or something like that. Right. And I thought, they can always change their minds. Maybe they'll get an A-lister in. Maybe Daniel Craig will just go, oh, I'd like to be the Prince of Dawn, can I? Or Johnny Depp will just be like, oh, yeah, sure, Johnny, come on, Toby who? So you can't count your chickens till you hatch in film and television. So I sort of I was trying to keep a lid on the enthusiasm. And then when I was out in Seville, I was enjoying every second of it. I was treasuring it and remembering it forever. But I think at the end, when Dan spoke to me, that was fantastic. And also, so when I saw the episode, I wasn't sure if I'd be completely edited out or what. And I was flown over to Belfast for a fan screening event of it, run by a company called the Direwolves, a guy called William, who's a lovely guy. He owns two of the Direwolves, Summer and Numeria and Greywind. And I was starstruck by meeting two of the Direwolves. But so they flew me out to this event in Belfast. And just that moment where sort of they got the scene and they just seeing myself in Game of Thrones. It was, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of the show. So
talking
it was
about
lovely.
fans, are you being recognised now?
Not on the street, which is probably a good thing. But I think that's because I did this Tom Payton film and I just cut all my hair off. And often I'm clean shaven, or a bit of stubble anyway, because I'm lazy. So no, I don't. I met up with a guy called Callum Bowie, who's a lovely actor who I trained with at drama school. He was on First Dates. So he gets recognised in the street, but he looks like he did on First Dates. Right. Now, I do get contacted on the internet and ask for autographs and stuff, and I'm going to a few throne conventions and stuff, up in Manchester and Comic-Cons around the country and stuff. So I'm sure that'll be a thing. But no, I haven't been recognised on the street yet.
So, first autograph yet? Or? Yes,
I sent off some autographs to America for Hayley. I can't remember her surname. Hayley and her auntie. Hi, Hayley and your auntie.
How does it feel to be on this different wavelength now?
Oh, it's nuts. It's crazy. It's it's quite funny because especially as a fan of the show, I sort of I don't see myself as sort of, I'm not famous at all, but I suppose there's a certain sort of element of, being on some radars there. For me, it's really exciting from a career perspective because since doing Game of Thrones, I've then been cast and already done the filming on a film called Summerland, which is directed by a brilliant female director, Jessica Swale, who has written, she did Nell Gwyn, which I think was at the National play. She did Blue Stockings, which I've probably seen more than any other play because they put it on in drama schools a lot. So working with that sort of calibre of director now, and Gemma Arterton is the lead in it. I'm in a film with Gemma Arterton. She's brilliant. The scene I do is with... I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say, but there is a night and a day.
You're allowed to say, no. Between us.
Between us, you, me and the cameras. Yeah. Well, I can say that Sir Tom Courtenay and Dame Penelope Wilton are in it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say who I'm in a scene with.
And what does the future hold for you, apart from that?
Tom Payton has said he wants to put me in his next film, which I don't know if I can talk about either. I might be able to say... I
know Tom. We
all know Tom.
Yeah.
It's set in World War II. Right. I won't say anything else, but I'm really excited about that.
Shall I give him a call so you can talk about it?
Sure. But yeah, that should be filming later in the year. I'm doing the conventions circuits now, which is very exciting because I'm a fan. I've been to Comic-Cons with Tom before, doing like publicity for films, and I love the events. Like, I love fans, I love the enthusiasm, I love looking at people in cool costumes. So yeah, I'm really excited about going to, I think it's Con of Thrones or something, at Thrones Con, I think, in Manchester, because Yara Greyjoy is going to be there. My mate Niall Bishop, who was there the same week as me, he's playing one of the lords, he's going to be there. I'm hoping they're going to sit us as we were sitting in the Council of Westeros. She said to me, she sort of leant over to me at one point, and while we're filming, it was between takes, and she just said to me and Niall Bishop, "How did you guys get here?" We're like, "We know, don't tell anyone, they might have made a mistake." She was like, I know A-listers who would kill to be in your seats right now. And we're like, "Please don't call those A-listers either."
Well, all we say is congratulations.
Thank you very much, Raj.
Congratulations on a job well done.
Thank
may
you.
you go from success to success.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time with Fan Carpet.
Thank you guys, thank you.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.